Oh, baby. Hey, everybody, how are you? Countdown to Christmas, number 10. Mr. Williams is already in the house. What's up, Mr. Williams? How are you, sir? Tuesday, December 19th. 70 degrees. Can you believe this? 70 degrees here in South Carolina at 2:45 p.m. Mr. Williams wants to know if I'm off to work. Yes, sir. I am off to work. Ben Coombs, my wife, she's painting a couple of rocking chairs outside that are white rocking chairs, and they only stay pretty white for so long, right? And so they're kind of dingy, so she's painting them. Billy Shelton, how are you, Mr. Shelton? What's going on, my friend? Let's see. Mr. Williams says happy Christmas, and today was my last day of work for 2 weeks. Yippee! All right, man. Awesome. Awesome, man. Yeah, I still got the rest. Well, let me make sure. I got, what is today? Yeah, Tuesday. I got 3 days today until, Thursday will be my last day. I'll get it out in a minute. I've got to turn some air on. I cannot believe this temperature. This is how people get really sick, man. Because I'm telling you, this isn't normal. This isn't right. So something is just really strange, man, with this weather. It's really strange. So we're going down this first back road, so please bear with me if anything drops, anything like that. This is Countdown to Christmas. My name is Joe. This is my channel, The Joe Wentz Project TV, here on YouTube. And I like to do this Countdown to Christmas. I did it last year, and then I'm doing it this year. So, it's just something fun I enjoy doing, celebrate the upcoming holiday. It's my own little way of celebrating. Trying to get the excitement up, you know what I mean? I still have that little kid in me that loves Christmas, even though it's a financial burden, Mr. Coombs says it's a warm day here. It's 40. Oh God, I'm telling you, man, it's 70 on the money here. It's just unbelievable. Mr. Williams says hope everybody's doing good. That's nice. Big Dan Hall says it's even warmer here too. Big Dan, the accountant. Maury, conqueror of the Meat Mountain. I didn't conquer that, Maury. I came close, but yeah, I didn't conquer it. That is, wow, that was a big sandwich, my friend. That was a huge sandwich. I'm gonna tell you what's the truth now. Whew. Thank you for the thumbs ups, folks. Thumbs ups help the channel tremendously. Spread some Christmas cheer and hit that thumbs up button, please. That really does the channel a lot of good. It really does. I know I preach about that a lot, but it's the truth, man. It really helps the channel. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to get this channel more and more bigger, trying to build it. And the only way you can build it is with positive feedback. That's the only way it's going to get any bigger, Mr. Coombs says most of yesterday's snow melted today. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Thank you, everybody. That's good. I'm going to do a sideways thumb. Hey! That's awesome. Yes, Mr. Coombs, that's fantastic, man. That's awesome. Yeah. It goes back and forth on my screen. It shows how many's watching. See what I'm saying? I got to get out of this area, man. This area is real sketchy. It's real sketchy. Whew. Sometimes you can hold a signal, sometimes you can't. Man. Oh, God. Let's see here. Yeah, I talked to my son for a while last night, and he went and saw the Last Jedi, if I can pronounce it, the Last Jedi. So I asked him, I mean, he didn't give no spoilers or nothing, but I asked him, I said, what was your overall opinion of that movie when you came out of there? Were you satisfied? Were you unsatisfied? He said, I was more confused than anything else. That's what he said. I said, uh-oh. He said, I was more confused than anything. He said, I don't know, man. He says, I don't know what Disney's doing. I said, there ain't no telling, ain't no telling, son. Maury says he enjoyed it. A new direction. Oh yeah, I know they have to do something new. They can't rehash the old storyline over and over and over. I'm aware of that, and I understand that. I just hope that Disney, so far I think Disney's been doing good with the Star Wars franchise. I really do. I think they've been doing pretty good. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to go see it before too long, but we'll just have to see how things go, man, with the holidays coming up and everything else. Oh boy, I'm gonna tell you, man, Mickey is doing a good job. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, yeah. Oh, Lord of mercy. Yeah, man, played a little guitar before I left the house. I got a little video clip in the bank there. It's not long. It's maybe a minute and a half. Just messing around, having some fun. Really experimenting with the video software, you know, and just having some fun, man. Playing guitar, man, it keeps you young at heart. It makes me feel like a kid, you know, a teenager all over again. That's why I still love playing guitar. That's one thing that doesn't change, playing guitar, you know. It reminds you when you were young and you started playing, you still get that enjoyment out of it. You know what I mean? It's still a fun thing. I can get you a bootleg version for 50 cents. Maury says, you better not do that. Ben Coombs, God almighty, there I go again. Mr. Coombs says he has a customer. He'll be right back. Okay, buddy. Maury says, that's a nice area you're driving through. Yeah, man, this is out here where we live, man. It's now there's a house right here on the left. I want to show you. It's what, gray? What is this guy doing? Come on, man. Good Lord. People cannot drive. All right, right there is that house. Look at that. That is a beautiful house right there. They just finished that one. Now look at this one right here, this brown one. They're working on that one. Look at that. Oh, God almighty, man. That right there, I know I've said that before, but that right there, there's some pretty houses, man. I'd love to have something like that. Man, have a nice new house. Can you imagine if I was able to do that for my wife for Christmas? Wow. That ain't gonna happen. Future homes of Joe Winsmore. I can keep dreaming on that one, my friend, because that will never happen. Oh Lord. Yeah, if I had a house payment right now, we'd be in big trouble. Oh man, holy smokes. That's one good thing about where we live. It's an old house, but it's paid for. That's the one good thing. That's the only thing saving our butt, to tell you the truth. Big Dan Hall says it's beautiful. Yeah, man. Mr. Williams says, how much would that house be? Probably, that house would probably run about, oh man, probably, I'd say probably close at least 110 grand at least, if not a little bit more. Especially where it's, you know, where it's located out here, you know, out here in the beautiful country, and you gotta think about that too. So that's a good feeling, Maury says. Oh, the house, yeah, man, it is. There's my barber. He's there, man. See, I need to get my hair cut. He drives that Jeep. I need to get my hair cut before Christmas. I need to get it cut, man. The past couple of times I had to get it at probably more than that, Mr. Big Dan Hall. It probably is. I haven't priced houses, and man, I couldn't tell you how long. It's probably more than that, especially being a new house, you know. But the last couple times I got my hair cut, I went up here to Walmart at the salon or whatever. The lady that did it, it's okay, but it's not. It never is like 100% like I like it. You know, Mr. Gordon back there, he does it perfect every time, but it's hard to catch him, man. Hell, he's in his mid-70s, man, so he's only there certain days of the week, and this is the time of year he's only there maybe a few hours or something. You know, and there's only one barber chair in there, so he's a nice man. That's cheap compared to the UK, Mr. Williams says. Can't get that flat for 100,000. Yeah, like I said, I'm not 100% sure. Maury says, have them cut your hair with your hat on. Center, how are you, sir? Oh man. How about growing my hair out like EVH? My hair won't do that, man. I tried that when I was younger. I wanted to grow it out like that, and it looked like a chia pet. It looked like I started to look like Slash, you know, like almost like a fro, and so it doesn't work. I'm not blessed with that cool hair. I got natural curly hair, so you know, you gotta work with what you got, you know. So there you go. Let's see. Maury wants to know where Simon. Oh yeah, Simon's located in Bristol, UK. That's right. That's right. Oh, Maury's been to London. Oh, okay, I didn't know that, Maury. I didn't know you've been there. Well, that's cool, man. World traveler, Maury. World traveler, Maury. There you go, Maury. Oh man, what am I gonna get to eat today, guys? Holy smokes, what time is it? 2:58. It's right at 3 o'clock. Man. Yeah, I left at 2 yesterday because I came in a little early, so I'm kind of leaving pretty much around my regular time today. I don't have to beat no ice cream truck today or tomorrow, so I can kind of just take it easy. So it's all good. It's all good. I cannot believe I have the air on and the temperature. Hey, all right. No, I'm just kidding. It just dropped 1 degree. It's just I can't. That is so hard to believe, man. What in the world? Man. Oh, my wife was saying it was supposed to start raining tonight. She said it's supposed to start raining a lot. It's supposed to get like 2 inches of rain. I said, that's okay. Long as it's not freezing rain, snow, or anything like that, I'll take the rain. That's fine. If we got to have something, I'll just take the rain, man. That'll work. I'll do it. Oh, man. Oh, shoot, fire. This place right here, they're done for the season. They, you can see them boats and canoes and all that. That place right there, man. In the spring and summer, holy smokes. That place, well, there's some people there. There's some cars there. That place there does the business, boy. People that like to go, I guess, like whitewater rafting, and that's the only place in town, and they make a killing. So it won't be long. They'll be closed for, you know, the winter. They close up for a few months, and they'll open back up in the spring. But that place, whoever owns that place is sitting pretty. I can tell you that. Let's see. Who is that? Brian B, 33. He says it's 50 degrees even in Chicago right now. That's awesome, man. Hey, I love 50 or 60. I can handle that. Big Dan says 70 would be nice. Yeah, it's nice, man. Let me see if I can get in front of these cars. Okay. There we go. Mr. Coombs is back. He said, I'm back, and yes, the customer wanted to see the new axe. Oh, you have it with you? You took it to work? Yeah, Mr. Coombs got that 71 Telly, and it's not a reissue, man. It's an original, and he sent me a little video of that last night. Oh, my God. That sucker, man. Whew. Congratulations to Ben Coombs, man. Sucker. Use that V8 more? He says, man, not through here, partner. Oh, no. They'll, oh, you mean when I left the stop sign? I thought you meant go ahead and gas it right now. I was like, nah, man, they'll write you up quick through here, boy. They don't play. Oh, no. Let's see. Mr. Coombs says, yes, sir. Got a rig set up in the office. Wow. Man, you can't have it too loud when a customer comes in. You got to know, you know what I'm saying? You got to know when somebody walks in so you can hear that door ding, ding, or whatever, you know. That's awesome, man. Let's see. Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. The 1971 Telly, that is beautiful. Mr. Coombs says, I got a loud door chime on the door. Okay, good. That's good. Well, that's a pretty truck. Man, that's awesome, man. Man, how cool is that? Go to work at a vape shop, do that, and then in between, you know, you can sit there and noodle around on a guitar, all that stuff. Man. I'm not sure my open plan office would cope too well. Yeah, I couldn't do that, man. I'm so used to wearing headphones and stuff. Come on, cuz, you going or what? I'm so used to wearing headphones and stuff that I wouldn't hear no door chime or whatever. You know, I'd have to have a TV monitor, a camera monitor back there so I could see people walk in or whatever, you know. That blue truck ran that red, he says. I don't know what he's doing, man. Oh, Mr. Coombs, you work alone. Oh, the dump truck. Oh, okay. Only 2 problems so far. Need to replace the nut, and the neck pickup isn't working. Oh, man. Well, that's really kind of minor, right? I mean, since it's a 71 original, it's been played a lot, you know. All right, we're going down this back road, guys, so we're going to get some pixelation and it might drop. So just hang tight. Red light enforcer, Maury. Yeah, Mr. Coombs, that should be something easy to fix, right? I mean, I don't know if you could get that original neck pickup to work again, or I don't know, maybe something came loose. I don't know. See, when it comes to that stuff, I'm not, you know, I don't mess with no electrical stuff or nothing, because I end up screwing something up. Oh, man. I've never experienced soldering too much, so you know, all that stuff, man, I just never messed with it. Mr. Coombs says, heck yes, got the old pickups and wiring from my 67 Telly. There you go, man. That's awesome. Well, don't take nothing off of that 67, man. Leave it all original. Don't take nothing off of that now. Brian B wants to know what is everybody's best or favorite album of all time? Oh my gosh. All time. Let's see. God almighty, man. Damn. Okay, for me, everybody else join in the chat and give your favorite album of all time. Maury, Christmas with Joe Wentz Volume 3. I didn't even know that was out. Big Dan Hall said his favorite album of all time is Eagles' Greatest Hits. Very nice choice. My favorite would have to be Van Halen 1, the very first Van Halen album. That's I love that album. My God. When that album came out, guitar would never be the same. Electric guitar, rock guitar would never be the same after that. So that's my favorite album. Mr. Coombs says my dad installed an EMG pickup and wiring set in the 67 in the mid-'80s due to bad wiring. Oh, really? Wow, man. Mr. Coombs says his favorite is, what was that, Led Zeppelin 3? Wow, that's awesome. Mr. Williams, oh man, this chat is moving. Mr. Williams, physical graffiti, cool. R2R3 locking nut. Hey Joe, Merry Christmas, brother. Taking a break from work to say hello. Thank you, man, for taking a break to say hi. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing good. Maury says, yes, love that album. What? Which one, Maury? Which? Big Dan Hall says, that's my number 2 favorite, Joe. Van Halen 1. Yeah, that's my all-time favorite album, man. When I first heard that, I was like, holy shit. Excuse me. I mean, I just was like, what the hell's going on there, you know? Pardon me. Here we go. Maury says VH. Okay, cool. Brian B. 33 says agreed. I would go Van Halen 1 or Appetite. Very nice. Very nice. Ben Coombs says Kiss Alive was a game changer for me too. Yeah, it was. It was a game changer for classic rock altogether. Yeah, it was a big game changer. Yeah, absolutely. I never was a really, really huge Kiss fan. Like I said the other night, I've always been interested in the mystique of Kiss and how they just exploded on the scene. Excuse me, but you have to give them their due, man. They did it, you know. They did it right. They were at the right place at the right time, and wow, you know. Let's see, R2R3 locking up. Oh yeah, Van Halen 1 for sure. Simon Williams, such a hard question though. Probably, my mind will probably change by tomorrow. Mr. Bishop, I got your message, man. Thank you very much. He sent me a message on YouTube. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mr. Bishop says his favorite album of all time is Steppenwolf Live. Very nice, man. There's a bunch of great music out there, isn't there? I mean, there's just so many great albums and songs to choose from for us as guitar players in this realm, this little community that we have going on here. And like when I was in different bands and stuff, that's what I always, when I would get with a band, that's what I wanted to do, like 70s and 80s rock. You know, that's just my favorite stuff. You know, classic rock, 80s, a couple of 90s, not nothing extreme, you know. R2R3 locking nuts says, people at work are looking at me like I'm crazy. I gotta go, brother. All right, R2R3, don't get in trouble, man. Thanks for hopping on. Have a great day, sir. Maury says the classic stuff. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking. The good stuff, man. Absolutely. It's classic, but that's why that stuff is still around today, man. That stuff was, there was a lot of game changers in music then, you know? I mean, look at, like we said, Van Halen, Kiss, the Eagles. I mean, even the Beatles, man. They got some stuff that's considered classic rock, too. I mean, the Beatles, holy crap. You want to talk about a game changer? Man, come on now. They had it going on, boy. Kind of wild when they broke up. I never was, I mean, I like the Beatles, don't get me wrong. I never was a real huge fan. But I like them, and I respect them, and I got some of their albums. But it's kind of sad that they broke up. They weren't really together that long, were they? I mean, the Beatles, I think, if Mr. Williams is still here, I'm sure he could chime in with some information. How long were they together, total? It wasn't that long, was it? It wasn't like, what? I don't know, what, 4 or 5 years? Or something like that? 9 years. Okay, Mr. Williams. Okay, I couldn't remember. 9 years, so it's longer than what I thought. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking it was less than that, and I couldn't remember. I could not remember. I tell you what, though, man. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. When I saw that Sound City by Dave Grohl, and he was doing those different songs with the different musicians in his studio, after he bought that Neve board, you know, and he brought Paul McCartney in there, and they went to do that song. Son of a bitch, man. I'm gonna tell you what, Paul McCartney, I got goosebumps watching Paul McCartney. He was playing like a 4-string guitar. I thought it was a bass, but he was using it like a guitar because he was doing a slide and stuff. And he was singing, hitting them notes and stuff. I said, man, that sucker has still got it, man. I could not believe how he sang that song. He sang the hell out of that song. I'm getting goosebumps now. The chill factor. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Sound City with Dave Grohl that made that, man. Mr. Williams says, if you take into account the Hamburg years. Oh, okay. Now, is that before they got real big? I'm going by when they got big and, you know, started making albums. Like I said, I don't know a lot of the history. Just very, very minuscule, you know. Maury wants to know if Mr. Williams is a Smiths. Likes the Smiths. Mr. Williams says, I'm not a great fan of the Smiths. More of an REM fan. Oh, are you really? Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I never was a big fan of them, but hey, man, it's all in what you like, you know. Mr. Bishop said, big, I would say 64 to 70. Yes, before they got big, they played in Hamburg doing covers, Mr. Williams says. Oh, okay. Very cool, man. I've watched a few documentaries on them, like on Netflix. But it's been a few years ago, and I couldn't remember. Well, you know, I just couldn't remember. But I'm gonna tell you, man, for them to, when they harmonized and all that, it was just amazing. You know, Center O says, I love the Beatles. That's what started me into playing music. Oh yeah, like I said, they're awesome, man. I just never was a real over-the-top fan. You know, it's not like I'm gonna buy some memorabilia and stuff, but they're phenomenal, man. I mean, groundbreaking. Let's see, was that Brian B wants to know who is everybody's best guitarist of all time. Johnny Bean has joined the show. Johnny Bean says, hey y'all, what's for lunch? Let me guess, Johnny, are you having, I'm gonna guess what Johnny's having. Johnny's having probably, now I'm taking a guess, ramen noodles and tea. I'm just guessing. Let's see. You're killing me, Smalls. Maury. Simon Williams says, I like REM for the 80s, but I'm more of a 70s rock fan. There you go. Dry heat. Hair and cheddar. Yeah. Oh, man. Brian B wants to know favorite guitarist of all time. I'm going to say, well, for me, it's a draw. For me, it's between Eddie Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix. But those are two different eras. You know, Hendrix was before that. So if you go with late 60s, early 70s, I'm going with Hendrix. If you go with the late 70s and 80s, I'm going Eddie Van Halen. That's just me. Johnny said, nope, that was dinner last night. Late last night. Okay. Maury says, I don't know about the best guitarist, but I know the most underrated would have to be Prince. Oh, man. God almighty. You talk about a phenomenal guitar player? Prince, yes, absolutely. Mr. Bishop says, me too, Center. I was 9 years old when they came to the U.S. talking about the Beatles. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Simon Williams says his favorite is Hendrix. Let's see. No Hendrix, no EVH, possibly. Well, you never know. I mean, you could be right. I mean, you know, things happen for a reason. I mean, look what Hendrix was doing back then. He was doing stuff that nobody else was doing, right? He was doing things nobody else was doing. His playing style, his technique. That's why he was turning so many heads. And just unbelievable. And of course, Eddie started doing stuff that nobody was doing either. That's just my opinion. Dry Heat 480 chimes in. He says his favorite guitarist of all time, Michael Schenker and Stevie Ray Vaughan. Maybe not the best, but my faves. Hey, there's no wrong answer here, Mr. Dry Heat. There's no wrong answers here, man. Those are phenomenal guitar players. I love SRV. Schenker, awesome as well. Center chimes in. For me, it was Randy Rhoads and Dimebag Darrell. Awesome choices, Center. Brian B33 says it would have been awesome to see Dimebag and Eddie play together. Oh, yeah. Simon Williams says took the blues and made it into rock. Are you talking about Jimi Hendrix? Yes, he did. Maury213 says Stevie Ray Vaughan was so awesome. He was, man. He was gone, taken away way too soon, man. He had just got cleaned up. He was straightened out, man. He was you could just see it on his face, man. He was loving life. You could see it when he played, man. He was just like, I got this, man. I conquered my demons. That stuff's behind me. Now it's all about the music, and I'll be daggone, man. If he didn't get in that accident, that helicopter, I was like, gotta be kidding me, man. Sad. Simon Williams says, I think EVH took it to another place. Yes, he did. I believe so. Just me, just my opinion, man. Like I said, this chat is for y'all, man. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know? This is about y'all, man. I'm just hosting the thing here, so, you know. Maury213 says, if I could play forwards like SRV played backwards, I'd be all right. I wish I could just play like... He was just phenomenal, man. That man had hands that were so strong, because I think he played, what, like gauge 13 strings or something? Maury says, well, behind the back. Yeah, he played behind the back. He did all them tricks, man. All that cool stuff. He did all that cool stuff. Simon Williams chimes in. He says, I also love Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Blackmore, and Gilmore. Oh, man. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Center says, hey, Johnny, great live show yesterday. Oh, when Johnny was jamming out? Yeah, that was cool. Is that what you're talking about? I saw some of that, but that must be what it was, because Johnny didn't have a regular show last night. So, yeah, he was jamming out on his... Yeah, Johnny's got it figured out, man, over there. Jamming out, and he's got great audio and stuff. Yes, Joe, Center says. Yes, thank you, Center. Yeah, that was cool, man. That was awesome, Johnny. That was cool. That was cool, man. Let's see. Dry Heat 480, don't drink, don't smoke, eat sprouts. You get hit by a bus when it's your time. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Man. Yeah, that would crazy. Johnny Bean takes a bow. He's bowing to everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, and good night. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern for Wolfgang Wednesday. That's heavy, Doc. Yeah. Going back to bed. God almighty. Dang, Johnny, that's afternoon. Literally, after 12 noon, he's going back to bed. Oh, boy. Michael Bishop says, I love Joe Walsh playing... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Lord, we're going to barely... Ooh, shoot fire. I don't know about that light. I love to watch Joe Walsh playing when he's getting into it, Mr. Bishop says. He is a great, fantastic guitar player, man. Look up some of the old James Gang stuff with Joe Walsh, man. Holy crap. Joe Walsh, awesome, man. He was a hellraiser back then, too, boy. Talk about a party animal. Woo! Man. The Eagles were kind of nervous about bringing him aboard, too, after they got that first guitar player of the Eagles, when he quit. That's when they brought Joe Walsh in. They were kind of nervous about that, because he was a handful, boy, but he fit perfect, you know. Joe Walsh was huge at that time. Simon Williams says, yes, wash. James Gang, yeah. That light was orange, Maury? I don't know. The camera caught your mouth moving. The light was yellow, sir. I guess. I don't know, man. Who knows? Golly. Man. But they bought Joe Walsh a chainsaw. Yeah, he tore up some hotel rooms, didn't he? My God. I never understood that. I guess when you're that bored and there's nothing else to do, you just destroy stuff. I don't know. I want to throw this TV out the window. What? What the hell does that prove? That you're freaking crazy? They didn't think back then that all that stuff would come out of their money sooner or later. They'd pay for that stuff, man. But they didn't think they did at the time, but they did. Man. Van Halen did a lot of that stuff too. What was that book? Running with the Devil? Listen to that book and listen to all those stories. Van Halen destroyed stuff, hotel rooms, and how they had to pay for all that. Holy crap, man. Jeez Louise, man. Dang. Not me. I just wouldn't care to do that at all. Uh-oh. I see a Popo up there sitting in the middle in the grass meeting. He's sitting in them. He's got his blue lights going. I can see him. Returning to the rock stars, Joe West. Look right here. Look at him. Right. Look right to your left of the screen. See him sitting right there? He's sitting right there. Yep. He's clogging traffic, giving out them holiday Christmas presents early. He's looking for somebody to give a Christmas gift to. Excuse me. That's what he's doing. No, thank you. Maury said he heard about that orange light. Yeah, he's going to check it out. Let's see. Mr. Coombs says, just got a text asking to be the lead player of a new local band. Really? Now, is this something you inquired about, Mr. Coombs? Is this something that you know, was it an ad that you answered earlier and you gave them their number and they, oh, how is this working out? Or is this somebody that you know? Either way, it's awesome, man. That's cool. If you want to do it, if you feel that's a good fit, man, go jam with the guys, you know. Give it a shot. You don't ever know until you try. Maury. Giving out good cheer, Mr. Williams says that police officer was doing. My goodness. Wow. Oh. Lord have mercy. Traffic. People, go home. Maury says, you ain't lying, man. It's a mess out here. Mr. Coombs is giving us more information about him possibly joining a band. A guy posted on Facebook about forming a cover band. All I said was I was interested and wanted to know the genre of music. Oh man, if he's already done that already, he's awful desperate, isn't he? Did you have anything he could listen to? Any kind of clips or... Oh, he saw you got some videos on your Facebook page? I was about to say he's got to see something. People that just jump at that and don't even check you out, you don't want to do that. That's just, I've been down that road. You don't want to do that at all. You got to hear what he sounds like, the band. He's got to hear what you sound like before you even get together. I mean, with technology nowadays, that's how you need to do it. You need to at least share some video back and forth with each other of your playing styles. And number one, make sure that you know they can play, right? And then you know, if you're confident, tell him, say, well, I got some videos here if you want to check this out of me playing, and give him a link or whatever. Let them check it out. But you gotta check them out too, man. You gotta make sure they know what they're doing. You don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. You've been around. More the voice of experience. No, I'm just, it's just I've been through that a few times, and it's just, it's a downer, It's like you just learn from your stuff. Mr. Coombs says, I know him from his old band. Okay, so you know each other. Okay, so there's an established relationship there. Well, that's good. That's good. So you know what he's about then. So I thought this was just somebody out of the blue, so I didn't know. So wasn't trying to tell you what to do, Ben. I was just trying to give some helpful advice, man. That's all, Big Dan says, I got to run. Sierra needs homework help. Be safe, Joe, and everyone. Big Dan, take care, man. Thank you for hopping on, man. Ben says it's all good, Joe. Cool, man. Awesome. Awesome deal, man. Awesome deal. What in the world? Oh, God. Alright, come on. Lord of mercy. Yeah, well, hopefully that'll work out for you there, Mr. Coombs. Y'all can, if it's the kind of genre you like, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, man. 70s bar rock, the usual stuff, Mr. Coombs said, well, I'd be all over that. If it was me, if I had the opportunity and I had the time to do it, I'd be all over that. Oh, man. Hopefully they got a good singer, So I can ring the doorbell for you. Maury says. Maury, he's crazy. Man. Yeah, man, that'd be fun. I love doing that stuff, man. Golly. I just never been master doorbell ringer Maury live. Yeah, ding dong. I just never been much of a singer. I just can't. Vocals are not my forte, man. I suck at singing. Man, that's always been the big thing around here when I was trying to get something going with somebody, was finding somebody who could sing. There's not a lot of those around here. There's some, but most of them, the good ones, are probably already, you know what I mean? But when you're just getting something together, God almighty, it's hard to find good musicians around here. That's another reason why I just gave it. I mean, it's hard to find good musicians, man. And then when you do find somebody that wants to get together, they want to practice every night of the week. Man, I can't do that, man. I got to work. These guys don't have a job. They're on unemployment. No wonder they want to practice every night of the week. I'm like, man, y'all are out of y'all's damn mind, man. I got a family and stuff. I can't go practice every freaking night. All this bull crap I went through. That's why I said, just the heck with it, man. Mr. Coombs says in the chat, I generally like to be in a couple of bands at a time, just to keep my chops up. There's nothing wrong with that, sir. Maury says, someone needs to step on my toes for me to sing well. I can't sing well at all. I just can't do it. But if you can find a pretty decent singer, man, that's what it's all about, That can make a world of difference. Somebody that has good vocal chops and can move around, is coordinated. They don't stand still on stage. I'm not saying you have to jump around, but don't stand still. At least try to move a little bit, just something. Worst thing you can do is stand still. That is so boring. Mr. Coombs says, excuse me, I'm single. I have no kids, so I'm free. Oh, I'm fine playing most nights. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go, Mr. Coombs. There you go. Mr. Williams says, practice and harmony singing together. Yeah. Mr. Coombs says, I can only sing harmony. I can't even do that. Man, I can't even do that, man. I just... Yeah, I went to years ago, I went to this country concert, which it wasn't of my choosing. I won't say who it is, because I don't, it might be a lot of people that are fans of that artist. I know my wife is. And it wasn't nothing against the artist, but his whole band, it was like old school kind of country, His whole band, they just stood in one spot during the whole show. Didn't even hardly move. The only thing that moved was their hands when they were playing. Their body, they just stood there the whole time. And I was like, really? Shoegaze. He says, yeah. I was just like, man, come on, man. Golly, are they going to move around or something? And they never did. That was the most boring concert I ever went to in my life. No, it wasn't Garth Brooks, Johnny. He actually put on a good show. He actually ran around the stage and climbed up the light scaffolding and all that stuff and smashed guitars. And that's when he was big. That's back in the 90s when he was huge. Now he's trying to come back. I don't know. No offense, but I'm like, man, come on. I never was a big fan of that anyway. You are allowed not to like something, Joe, Mr. Williams says. It's not that I didn't like him, the artist. It's not that I didn't like him. I just didn't care for the boring concert, you know? It was George Strait is who it was. George Strait has got so many #1 hits. It's unbelievable, but his band just stood there. And I was just like, my God. So, that's just me, man, you know? The band stands straight. Yeah, we're going to take another chance, folks, because I don't know what to do, man. So, Oreo Bites coming soon. What in the world? Oreo Bites. Well, got somebody coming behind me too, so I'm going to oh man, don't tell me you're going to be in line all this time. Johnny asked for the same thing.
We're happy to meet you at Church, one of our new Smokehouse combos.
Let me get, let's see. I'm going to get that. Let me get that #3 loaded Italian sub, please.
Alright, you want it as a combo?
Yes, please. With potato cakes, medium, with Sierra Mist.
Uh-huh. Are you also wanting your buffalo slider today?
Yes, please. Yes. That should be it.
Alright, give me 1 second to ring it up so I can give you your total, okay?
Okay.
Was it special? Did you have something on there that you didn't want?
Well, every time I ask for it, they still put it on, so there's no sense in me saying anything.
What is it that they put on that you don't want?
The onions, those purple onions, they put those on every time.
I'll make sure it's not on there today, okay?
Okay, thanks.
And then you said a buffalo slider.
Yes.
It'll be 10:04, close to the window, okay?
Thank you. Oh, man. Lordy, lordy. Hey, how are you doing, ma'am? Let's see. The concerts seem to be becoming too political. I'm there for music, Dry Heat says. Yeah, I haven't been to a show in a long time. I think the last show my wife and I went to was Greg Allman. That was almost 3 years ago. Michael Bishop, country show, give me Keith Urban. Yes. My wife and I did go see Keith Urban some years back, and he put on a phenomenal show. Now, as far as country, Keith Urban is the man. I love watching him. He is so awesome on guitar. But all right, Maury, take care, man. Nah, yeah, that's give it another chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully everything will be fine, you know. Oh, God almighty. So, yeah. Get my stuff ready here. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, Keith Urban, man, he put on a fantastic show, man. That was a lot of fun watching him. He's got it all, man. He's got a great voice, great guitar playing, and it's the total package. You know, it's really, really cool. I enjoy his music a lot. I really do. Johnny says they should come out with a sandwich and call it the Arby's Joe. Oh, Lord. Dry Heat 480 says Keith Urban and John Mayer on Crossroads. Awesome. That is awesome. That is very awesome. I've watched that quite a few times, Dry Heat. I like when John Mayer, when they're warming up, I guess, doing a sound check or whatever, John Mayer starts playing some Killing Floor, the version Jimi Hendrix did. He plays the hell out of that thing, and Keith Urban is like, wow, you know? I was like, yeah. I was like, man, I was like, heck yeah. But it was great, man. That was great. I've watched that quite a few times. Gary Kramer. I need a coaster, Johnny. Send me a coaster. Eric Church and Zach Brown aren't too bad for New Country, Ben Coombs says. Cool, man, cool. Yeah. I tell you what, man. Beatles cover is great. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Golly. Well, guys, I guess this is going to do it, man. I'm going to get wrapped up here, get ready to get this food. Hopefully in the next couple of minutes. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I really appreciate it very much. I hope y'all have a great day, man. Be safe. Whatever you do, be kind to each other. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow for Countdown to Christmas, number 11. Take care, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.